client of mine buy. So let's say that you're a buyer and you want to go buy this house, and you say, no, I don't want to hire a realtor, because when I was at the bank, I didn't know anything about real estate. When I was thinking of buying my first property, I was like, no, I don't need a realtor. I'm not going to pay somebody, like I'll just buy it like at the grocery store, And but let's say that you have that mentality that you want to buy this property and you don't want to hire a realtor. If the house is for sale at $230,000 and you're like, you go look at the house and you talk to the realtor and you decide, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna pay you $230. I'll offer you $220. And they accept the offer, and you go and you buy it, and you're like, okay, great. I bought this house, $220,000, $10,000 off. See, I didn't need a realtor. He's like, I didn't have to pay anybody. I got this house $220. But let's just look at the work that I did. Can we scroll down, Jack? Yeah, scroll down to the very bottom on this one, and then right here you can further down. And right here you can see further down. Right here you can see that the sales price of this house was where is the sales price? $218. There it goes, $218.
$218, yeah.
So I was able to get them down to $218. And on top of that, I was able to get the seller contribute another $5,000 to the buyer. Now keep in mind, this happened after the inspection, and I explained to my clients, hey, it looks like the roof is in bad shape. It's not gonna last you much longer. What you guys want to do? And I explained to them is you'd be very lucky if you get the seller to repair the roof, or replace it, or I'm not sure how much a roof costs. I think they said it's about $10,000 at the time, and they said maybe we can let's ask for 10. And if you get half of that, you'd be lucky, in this market. And so we asked for 10, and they, of course, said no. And this is where most realtors will okay, they said no, sorry, decide whether you want to buy that house or not. But I actually kept on emailing them, and I say, hey, keep in mind that the roof is this, the roof is that. The agent came back and said, hey, it looks like we're giving up everything. We already gave them, $5,000, and we put in an offer for $225 in the original offer, and then sent them another email. It took me about 5 or 6 emails till they finally said, hey, just send us the amendment. But most agents, they're just gonna do that one time. Right. Yeah, after one time, and I just kept on picking on them till they finally decided to, okay, we'll lower the price. Can you go to the other?
No, hold on. Before I go any further, I want to explain it to some of the viewers that see this. If you've got a sales price of $218 and you've got a seller contribution of $5,000, the net price of that is $213,000. Mm-hmm. All right, really, that's really what it's costing the buyer, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but here's the other thing as well. If you look at the price of the property, which is $230, which is $230. So if you're paying 6%. You understand, from the 230? If you go to the bottom, so first of all, you've got $12,000 off the price, then you've got an extra $5,000, so then you've got $17,000 off the price, and if you take the 6% for both agents from the 218, there's $12,000. So
more than 12, yeah.
Which is more than what you got from the reduction of the price.
Yeah.
So when people say, well, why should I pay the agent 3%? That in itself is proof that you're better off getting an agent.
Do you know how much my buyers paid me to do this work? I sent them a bill for $0. $0. Just a big 0. Because the seller's agent paid me.
See?
Sounds like a deal to me, man.
Yeah. Can we go to the next one? The Why Hire Realtor 2? This is another example of what I can do, what a good realtor should be able to do. This is my client. He was buying a property where he was trying to buy in Katy, but Katy was really tough. It was just like a seller's market. Houses were selling really quickly, and houses in the 180s were selling for like $200. It was just crazy. It was really hard to get him into get his offer accepted. So we ended up expanding our search to Cyprus. We found this house for $199. And we knew that, I knew that the property probably weren't appraised at $199. But my client took his friend, and his friend said, hey, the way the market is right now, offer $204. So we made an offer for $204. And once again, if you scroll down to the very bottom, yeah, sales price. So here we go, sales price 190. Because on the contract we put the offer very competitive. We actually put if the property appraises for 190. Yeah, I said if the property appraises for 190, we'll buy it. He's willing to pay the 204. So the property actually came back at 189.
Oh man!
And so the seller, I knew that the property was overpriced from the beginning, but I knew we couldn't send in a realistic offer because he needed a house. And I knew we sent it a realistic offer of 180, 189, somewhere like that. She would not accept it.
Right.
So from the time we put this on the contract to the time that we closed, I was, chopping away, bringing down the sales price down from the inspection all the way down to the appraisal. Finally, we got it down to 190. And so he didn't need any cash because he was putting in like a large chunk. So we didn't really need seller contribution, but he was desperate for a house. So was able to get him that house at a good price in a really tough market for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Back in
and you'd be hard pressed to find anything over there for that price now.
Yeah,
really nice
and that's January. That's January of this year.
Yeah,
exactly.
The thing that's interesting about this, though, Luis, is the fact that the original price on the house you said was offering
199.
You said 204.
Yeah, we offered 204.
Okay, so if you had somebody that decided to make an offer for 204 that wasn't represented by an agent, and they don't know the process, they don't know the 4 times in a contract that you can really negotiate.
Exactly.
To make, to get that price down, and we teach that on our training, and you don't know them 4 times, then they wouldn't have got it for 190.
Oh, definitely.
They would have probably just took the seller's information.
Of course they would.
And then, okay, I want to live in the house because I like the red door and the granite countertops, and they would have gone ahead and
he already said he was desperate, so that guy definitely would have did it.
Oh yeah, he would have ended up paying 204 and closed at 204.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of people see when I'm selling a property, I love it when buyers come without their agents or without an agent. I was selling a property up in the north side, and this guy came and he liked the property, and he says, "Hey, would you lower the price?" And I said, "Hey, if this was your property and you were selling it, would you lower the price?" He says, "No." And I just shrugged my hand. He says, "Okay, we'll offer full price." But you go. I'm always representing my clients.
So, and also one of your strengths, obviously, you gave an example of follow-up. So, you're saying that follow-up obviously is very, very important, but a lot of agents, they don't follow up.
Right.
We generate leads for agents all the time. And they don't work on their scripts. They don't work on their strategy. And Luis, we always teach in the office, in the company about, there's 2 strong things that good agents do is they basically know to negotiate, and they know how to design a strategy dependent on what the client wants and how they want to move forward. A lot of clients have got this feeling that the agent should make the decision, but good agents don't make that decision.
Right, exactly.
It's the clients that make that decision.
Exactly.
And then they put it on paper and present it to the seller, and they discuss that strategy. And that's what's important from a client standpoint.